Money will come and go. We know that. The most important thing in life will always be the people in this room. Right here. Right now. Salute me, familia.
I don't know if you know this, but it is scary how much money can be made if you go to thrift stores and Marshalls and dollar stores and garage sales and flip shit on Craigslist, eBay, Lecca.
Really?
And I mean real economics.
So people go to thrift stores, they buy a bunch of vintage clothes, and then they go on Craigslist.
Now that you have a phone and you get the eBay app and you just scan shit, it's not even vintage clothes, which is like the thing most people listening think makes sense. It's fucking every single thing on earth. Every single person that needs $5,000, it's in your fucking house. It's in your closet. It's in your basement. It's in your attic. Your shit that you're not using is worth money and you just don't want to put in the work to flip it. So I started something called the 2017 Flip Challenge. I'm getting hundreds of emails a week of people like, holy shit, I was on fucking welfare. I have college loans. I wanted to take my family on a vacation. And it was the fucking fourth pair of shoes in my closet that I didn't have. Or people that are not as fortunate, maybe really don't have a lot of stuff in their home. They were just going to dollar stores or thrift stores, scanning with the eBay app. Some guy just bought like 80,000 fucking American Apparel t-shirts for 49 cents and is like selling them for like $16 on eBay. Like the flip, man. I'm telling you, the reason I'm saying this right now is I want somebody to leave with something tangible from this interview for themselves. The flip.
It's a losing bet to wait to feel ready. Your body's not designed that way, and neither is your brain. And so I want everybody to understand that, first of all, you can't control the things that trigger you and the fact that you're going to feel afraid and you're going to feel doubt and you're going to feel uncertain. But you can always interrupt that feeling and take control in the moment and actually shift what you're thinking and shift how you behave.
Yeah.
Because when I was lying in bed, I wasn't saying to myself, I should get up because that's going to help me start my day right. I was saying, do I feel like getting up?
No, you don't.
No. Do you feel like making that cold call? No, you don't. Do you feel like doing that third set of reps? No, you don't. Do you feel like having that hard conversation? No, you don't. Do you feel like ending this relationship, whether it's in business or in your life, that is sucking you dry? No, you don't. What happens over time is as you start to see yourself becoming the person that takes action, that you start to see yourself becoming the kind of person that speaks even though your voice is shaking. You're the kind of person that has a bias toward moving instead of a bias toward thinking. Guess what happens? You build the skill of confidence and courage.
You can't really stay rich just working your ass off. You're just going to die.
Do you consider your work or you just love you love it?
No, I consider it work. It's definitely
do you love it though? Would you, if you didn't have to, if you were worth $10 billion today, would you still work?
I would still work. I would
so
still
work.
work. You could give me $20 billion.
So then you enjoy it
tomorrow.
So then you enjoy it.
I don't know if I enjoy it. I just know I got to do something. What else am I going to do?
The idle mind's the devil's workshop.
Totally. If there's any line in the Bible that's true, that one's it. I've always wanted to be rich, and so I've been willing to work hard to be rich. But
the mistake in general that I've made and I'm trying to correct for that is to put too much of a weighting on somebody's talent and not enough on their personality. And I've made that mistake several times. In fact, then I would say, oh, gee, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Then I would make it again. And I think it actually matters whether somebody has a good heart. It really does. And I've made the mistake of thinking that sometimes it's just about the brain.
If you have trouble with burning yourself out on too many activities, think about it this way. Resting can be an act of power. You probably don't think about it as a powerful thing. You might even view rest as failure, where you rest when you give up. But if the only way you can get yourself to rest is through giving up and falling over when you can't continue, then it will be a rest full of shame and wishful thinking. But if you have a willingness to understand that rest is a fundamental part of how the human animal works, then you can consciously choose it, and you can engage in it as an act of preparation for what's to come. Whether you like it or not, you must rest. It's up to you whether you make it an empowering activity or one that makes you feel like you've just lost time.
If you want to be a part of my life, you're gonna have to fucking prove it to me now! Nobody gets a fucking free pass anymore! You want my trust? Earn it! You want my respect? Fucking earn it! You want my fucking love and time and energy? Fucking earn it!
You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind. A dude screamed to me the other night, "Hey Will, I want to be an actor, man. I want to be an actor just like you." 99% of people that say stuff like that are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. At the center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline.
Most young women are taught badly that the most important thing that they'll do in their life is their career, and that's simply not true. It's not true for most people, and it's certainly not true for most women.
I certainly wasn't taught that myself. I feel like I'm doing quite well in my career, but I still have pressures. People who are saying, you know, when are you actually going to succeed properly by having a baby?
Yeah.
I kind of find that slightly offensive. I'm 38.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've got through my early 30s without almost luckily, when I look at what my friends have to deal with their children. I almost feel a little bit blessed. What do you say to that?
Well, I would say that it starts to get pretty lonesome in life after 45 if you don't have a family, you know, and so it's easy to consider the utility of an intense career, and like you have a very high quality career too, you know, that's something that marks you out from maybe from, let's say, more typical people, and perhaps that's worth more of a sacrifice. But, you know, you're going to live till you're 90 in all likelihood, and it's not easy to consider your life across its entire span. And there's something to be said for developing a very close-knit, intimate community around you if you can manage it. You have children, and then you have grandchildren, and that, to me, what I've experienced in my life, although I've had a very productive career and a very interesting career, it's definitely been the case for me that my family has been more and more important to me as I've got older, and I don't think that that's a uncommon experience.
400 trillion to 1. That is the current scientific odds around being a human being. You are more likely to get struck by lightning 10 times in your life than have one. And so people are walking around moping about mom being a jerk.
Or their pimple on their face.
Or their pimple on their face. I don't know why this specific thing drives me crazy. People yelling at baristas for using the wrong milk. People literally yelling at somebody, "No almond milk, you asshole." They just bought a $6 coffee. Like, do you know how blessed you are? It is the great miracle. Like that whole miracle concept, like the baby's a miracle. It's actually true.